All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Adawan Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rachakwadash, and Tawadiyah Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rachakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, the carnal will fall, the wise will rise. All right, so just had to restart this. I guess I got, let me share my screen right here. I got to send some prayers up to get computer savvy. I think I have excessive system clutter detected. So I'm going to have to get this handled. So let's just put this on the back burner. All right. Just give me a minute. I pray that the Wi-Fi stays on. The Wi-Fi is acting up. But the show must go on. I just want to use this as a quick example. You know, we're going to deal with things could be annoying, frustrating, vexing, irritating. And at the end of the day, you know, it's just best to take a deep breath and trust in Yahweh Bashem Shai. That's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, because if you don't know that Yahweh Bashem Shai is in control of all things, you're going to get upset. You know, if you don't know that man's goings are of the Lord, you're going to get upset. You know, if you don't know that this is a fiery trial to test your faith, you're going to get upset. This is why it says, blesses he that readeth, okay? Because with us reading, we're getting understanding. And with our getting understanding, that gives us life and peace. So I'm going to keep my phone right here to make sure the audio is good and the video is good. But the Wi-Fi has been cutting out. Nothing strange. But call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shai. You know, we are being used as living examples with our experiences, you know, so that the body can be perfected, you know, not by as in me, but as in the Lord is raising up men to guide the sheep through the Rakah Kodash in a manner of where they should go, how they should think, how they should react. All right. So now that we got that out the way, let's jump into this initial lesson. And like I already said, the title is The Carnal Will Fall and the Wise Will Rise. Now, if you don't know what the word carnal means, okay, it means physical, human, mortal, okay, mortal mind. Let's see, fleshly, of the flesh. See that? Meat puppets, a piece of flesh. So majority of these people, oh, look at this. Worldly, sinful, not spiritual. See that? If you're just going around all day like a horny dog with the pink thing hanging out, hey, man, you're in the flesh. You're not in the spirit. So when things happen pertaining to the flesh and you don't apply the spirit, you're going to fall. All right? This is why people, if you look around, they're afraid to die because what my man say, he said, I'm afraid to die because I don't know what's on the other side. Was that not Otis Redding? But the one song, Born by the River, I can't think of his name right now. But he said, Marvin Gaye. He said, I'm afraid to die because I don't know what's on the other side. But we're not afraid to die because we're already dead to this world. But this is what makes us spiritual. Okay, so people look at us like we're crazy. This is why Esau, you know, he puts in particular titles upon your mindset. You know, I remember, you know, certain things I even said in the world, not knowing the truth. You know, they would try to classify me as having a problem, you know, not that I, you know, was anywhere looking crazy, but people would react to my mindset spiritually, you know, as something's wrong with him. No, something's wrong with you. So anyways, let's get right into this initial lesson. This lesson is for the sheep of Yahweh Shai. It's an exhortation moving forward. It just pressed upon my spirit. So now we know that, you know, even though we're wrapped in this flesh, we don't think with this flesh. Okay. Are there times that we can be in the flesh? You know, yeah, but we're not, our mind is not dictated or warring with the flesh. So I really want to jump into this. So now there are portions of our people that have been awoken, okay, to being a Hebrew Israelite, but they don't have the spiritual maturity. All right. And that's a very dangerous thing with the times we're in. And you're going to see, you can see, all right, a t-shirt fringe camp crashing out, okay, getting carnal, wanting to fight, wanting to scrap, wanting to square up. A good example is when the Palestinians were protesting and or the supporters of them, were protesting in Chicago. You had that incident with the Watchmen for Israel where blood was drew. And then you had, in particular, other carnalites that wanted to go back and, pretty much trying to get their lick back. Well, that's carnal, and you will fall in that carnality. So we have to understand that moving forward. I believe there's a quote by, in particular, martial artist where he stated that the true meaning of a martial artist is not to fight, something like that. There's some good quotes, but something like that. So let's go right into this. So I want to share something going into carnal and flesh. So that's right here in Ezekiel 37. So this is where we're all at. Me, you, us, we, them, right? We are all partakers of this. I'm not, just skimming over this like it's not a big deal, but this is where we're at and why we have, think the way we think, feel the way we feel, pray. All this is all taking place because of prophecy. Okay. Prophecy is taking place, but within that, you have to realize that there are portions of our people that have awoken to, but they've only awoken to, skimming the surface. They're just scratching the surface. They're entry level Israelites. I'm not pointing, ribbing, or bragging. We're stating facts. Okay. So what I want to show you is right here, when you read into this, okay, this is Ezekiel 37:7. So I prophesied, this is Ezekiel. So I prophesied as I was commanded. So we're supposed to prophesy, and that's a commandment. Okay. So prophesizing part of a commandment. So us going to camp and telling you about prophecy, we're living by the commandments. It says, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking. Yeah, what they say, these two men have turned the world upside down. So when prophecy got fulfilled with Abba Bivens, Malachi, the 4th chapter, that was a very big spiritual shaking. Okay, as they say, that was groundbreaking. Did the ground literally break? No. But this truth and prophecy being fulfilled was and is monumental for us. And this is why great fear is fallen upon them. So with great fear falling upon our enemies, started with a head honcho, Uncle E, right? Evil E. He's going to do everything in his power according to the left-hand side of carnality to throw it off, mix some offshoot brands, anything to lay the ministry to be blamed. So you have to understand one of the next things that are going to be used is going to be a physical attacks, carnal, agent provocateurs trying to push you to push your buttons and get you. So now we're in a time where we can't be out here just crashing out in the flesh. We have to apply wisdom in our walk right now. All right. In general. Okay. Wisdom. Okay. Wisdom is where we got to be. Real quick. Ezekiel 9:18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war. See, but one sinner destroyeth much good. There you go. All right. You always see that in movies. There'll always be one guy who gets everybody else blamed. And usually that guy that gets everyone else blamed is an agent. All right. So the point here is wisdom is better than weapons of war. Okay. So there could be situations that take place and you may want to lash out, but it's best to apply wisdom. All right. Take the low road. No, you got it. But you got other men that have been set up that are just moved as carnalites. And let me prove that. Okay. Right here, Ezekiel 37:8. Let me see. It says, and the bones came together, bone to his bone, right? Brother to brother, tribe to tribe. Okay. And it says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh, remember, carnal, flesh, carnal, flesh, carnal, and the flesh, knowing who you are, right? I'm Judah, I'm Issachar, right? Knowing that, came upon them, and the skin covered them, t-shirt, fringe, black boots, things of that nature, but there was no breath in them. So we have portions of our people that are out here knowing who they are, yelling, walling up and down in the street. That's right. Come on, just really looking low level. But that's because all they are is carnal. All they have is the flesh. Okay, scratching the surface Israelites is a very dangerous thing, and the enemy is going to capitalize on that. So, with us being in this in particular position, being blessed to be given these exhortations, we're being spiritually prepared now. So, when these situations come across, we can handle it correctly or spiritually and not carnally or, i.e., physically. Okay, of course, there's something called defending yourself. But what I'm speaking on is of being peacemakers, okay? Because we're in a time of being incriminated, okay? I didn't even get to finish it last night, but Vocab was doing an extensive sit down on just some Jake. I don't know nothing about him. I can't tell you he was this. I can't say that. I didn't watch enough of it to give my own personal opinion. But he just kept saying, look, see this Bin Laden picture? And right next to it is a Hebrew Israel. So they're already planning a brigade. They're planning a tumult. They're planning, okay? And a lot of Israelites are going to fall hard when Esau comes into attack. But this is why we got to be spiritual, okay? We don't got to, like I remember Chief Ephraim, I mentioned before, when the situation happened in Chicago, he's online showing pictures of bear mace and, like tactical gloves. That's all carnal, okay? We don't need none of that. That's carnal, okay? And for me personally, I despise putting Yahweh Shem Shai in a carnal box, Like that's like when you use carnality as a defense, it's like you're boxing in the opportunity of mercy and protection. All right. We're not here for that. Okay. We're actually here to apply wisdom. Just like in some of the best fighting movies, when you see a guy swinging on, the main character, all he's doing is like backing up, parrying, moving out the way, and the guy beats himself up. So that's all we're here to do. We're here to watch the enemy beat himself up. Okay. We don't have to storm the castle. All right. We don't have to wage war carnally. We're already in a spiritual fight. So if he's trying to attack carnally, we've already won in the spirit. Okay. We've already won. So now that I got this one out the way, one more time, wisdom is better than weapons of war. But look at all these weapons of war. Yeah. Even though we're at war, we're behind enemy lines. So it's a spiritual war. This is why we apply wisdom when these war-like people come against us. What did it say? He waged war with her, but the wilderness protected her. Okay, so the Lord protects us. All right, so let's keep going. Just quick more. I might do one more lesson before camp. It's just on my spirit to speak. Proverbs 20:3. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife. You could be out anywhere. You could. Matter of fact, let me get Romans 12. Okay. Because that whole rah, blood, nah, bro, we're not here for none of that, okay? And then someone carnal, you a punk, you scared, you a coward. Oh, yeah, I used to be, you a coward. That weak-ass nigger reverse psychology, musky do-rag mindset is trash, okay? We are spiritual, mature men serving Yahweh Shem Shai in the spirit of we are good because the Lord said, touch not my anointed. Okay. Now, look at this. There's another one where it says about being a peacemaker, but let me, I want this one. But before I get that, I gotta amplify this one. So it says striving. Look, CSB, honor belongs to the person who ends a dispute. Fuck that nigga. Hell no, he fouled me. Oh shit, you gotta analyze. Like this guy, he got childhood trauma. So you have to, listen, brothers, you have to realize you are the one that brings order. You are the one that brings peace. You are the one that is the it factor. Stop waiting on these people. Okay. I've noticed that in my walk, you allow people because of their positions and titles to do in particular things. Then when you sit back and watch that they don't, now that's when the Spirit said, it's you need to apply that. You need to stop the confusion. You need to stop this, stop that. Now, of course, we don't meddle, but we're speaking on our in particular endeavors and what we're dealing with. That's why when you walk by and see other shit, you're like, damn, that them niggas crazy over there. But with us, it's a different tempo. We're going to handle things differently because we're looking at it spiritually and not carnally. Okay? But trust me, the world is going to come against us carnally. It says honor belongs to a person who ends a dispute. Yeah, instead of disputing back. Okay, what are we getting here? We're not getting nowhere. Arguing with another man, another woman, arguing at camp. Things ain't gonna pan out the way they need to be. And this is why it's a blessing that Elder Pastor Har said, what? Call the cops. Because not calling the cops and sitting going back could lead to a quarrel. Okay, and that's what they want. Your enemy wants to draw you off your spiritual plateau so that now you can enter his world. Like, was that Kruger? Now you're in my world. Okay. So let's read this again. It says it's an honor, ESV. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be quarreling. So when you see that back and forth, blah, blah, those are fools. Only a fool is going to sit there and argue, scream, yell, the vein in his neck popping out. We're not in those times. We are in the time now to showcase. Let me get this scripture. We're in a time now to showcase. See, all these guys use these, what is that? Is that 6 and 4? Let me see. They use the laws and then 6 and 4. They use this. No. We're going to show you how us living by the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to be wise in the midst of the nations. Okay. This is Deuteronomy 6. And just give me a second. What do I want? Where it says, for this will be the wisdom and the nations. It's either 6 and 4 or 4 and 6. Let me see what we got here. Observe, it may increase mightily, diligently sitteth. No, that's not what I want. What is 7? It's probably, what is 4 and 6? If a brother know what I'm speaking of, but you got a lot of guys out here that are pushing the law, yelling right here. Deuteronomy 4 and 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. So just wearing fringes is not going to have someone of another nation look at you and say, wow, these guys are wise. No. It's the actions that you're doing based off the wisdom you're applying on this in particular situation that's happening is where they're going to say, wow, you see how they handle themselves? Because when you apply wisdom, it's only going to go two ways. Either one, you're going to be praised, or two, they're going to try to reverse it, as they say, reverse psychology, and try to call you scared or a coward. And that's why you don't care about what the opinion of what the world says on the actions that you took moving forward. You know how many Israelite men are in jail because some demon in a dress, some thick demon got in his ear? You gonna let him talk to me like that, Bobby? But this bitch half naked. Now he's got to fight half the bar with some cowboy boots on. Now his cowboy hat's dirty. He's locked up and drunk. She's somewhere else. You know how many Judites are in prison? Stop letting these people dictate your actions. That ain't a damsel in a dress, that ain't a damsel in distress. That's a demon in a dress. So you got to watch it, man. We got to apply wisdom at all times and all things. It's even this lesson. I just had to redo this lesson because as I started it, the Wi-Fi started messing up. Things started lagging. But I could have been carnal, got mad, Arthur Fist, upset, impatient. Ooga booga. No, we got to be spiritual. But the only way that a brother can walk in a spiritual mindset of life and peace, you're going to have to go through it. You got to go through things to get to that other side, you see? But it's a beautiful thing, So let's keep going. Deuteronomy 4 and 6, it says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. See? So when we apply wisdom in particular situations, that's where the honor comes from, okay? It is that was honorable of those men. No, they stayed in order. Nope, they did that. See? The body's watching. Yahweh Shemel Shai's watching, So you brothers got to understand, like Apostle Paul was telling the Corinthians, you can't do things to lay the ministry blame. But what's on my spirit is to express that the enemy is getting ready to attempt to get you to get the ministry blame. Okay, he wants to put you in a situation where something happens, and then because of that action, because of your reaction to them, now we all look this way. That watch, this is what, and isn't that not Esau's MO? How many videos have you ever watched where Esau's antagonizing someone because he wants you to hit him? All right, this guy is willing to get smacked or hit just to get it on camera, just to get you arrested, just to say, see, this is a problem, gentlemen. This is a problem we need to address. All right, let's keep going. Deuteronomy 4:6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So now applying wisdom puts us in this category of being a great nation with having wisdom and understanding on matters that most people fail or don't even understand how to react at. Okay. Now, I was originally going to go into this lesson about Apostle Paul and a couple of accounts about obeying the powers that be. But, I just kind of got moved in a completely different direction. So at the end of the day, we're just inspired by Yahweh Shema Shai. So actually, let me end it off on this. All right. This is Romans 12 and 17. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Okay. And we deal with that a lot. All right. But it's kind of that lick back, my get back. And that puts you in a very powerful position when someone does something to you offensively. And of course, the carnal reaction, or they say the natural reaction. Remember, natural man. So the natural reaction is a carnal action. See, so that means the flesh thinks first, but the spirit overrides the flesh if the Lord is dealing with you. Look at that. Doesn't it say that? The natural man, what's that? 1 Corinthians 4. Let's go into that. Let's isolate that. If we're somewhere else, they say, let's eisegete that. 1 Corinthians 4. And let me see here. Or is it second? Let me get real quick. Just give me a minute. Una momento. Let me see. I could Google it. If a brother knows where it's at before me, we could grab that. 2 Corinthians 4. And let me just put this in right here. The natural man. I know I'm right there. Oh, I got to do a lesson on that too. Let me see. Natural man. KJV. Thank you, brother. 1 Corinthians 2. Thank you. Knows one of them. 1 Corinthians 2. Let's get these. Let's get the meat off the bone. 1 Corinthians 2. Now check this out. Now we got to go into this word. Look at this. But the natural. Now let's see what this word natural means. Now we're getting somewhere. So a lot of times your first reaction might not always be the spiritual reaction, brothers. And I'm saying that to myself first and foremost. The first reaction might not always be the spiritual one, but you'll say something quick back. You're like, shit, that was the flesh. So let's read this real quick. Okay, this is belonging to breath, nature, characteristics, the principle of animal life, which men have in common with the brutes. Nature, natural, okay? But we know in context for this word natural, it's meaning fleshly. Let's see what the etymon is. Breath, going into breath, life, feeling. Look, the seat of feelings and desires. This one's going into the soul, but we know it's not that. Let's keep going. Let's see. If they don't give us what we want, it's okay. All right. So that one's going into breath, but let's go. But remember, it says man is surely vain by nature. Okay. See? So it says, but the natural man. Now let's see the translation. Let's see what the translation says. Natural, the person. Oh, see? The person without the spirit. That's why I was saying breath. Okay. But the breathless man receiveth not the things of the spirit of the Most High. See? Natural. The unbeliever. Here it is. RSV. The unspiritual man does not receive the gifts of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are folly to him. That's stupid, man. Well, I'll knock him out. I'll knock that nigga out. Shut up. And he is not able to understand them because they are spiritually discerned. See that? See, so you have natural fleshly man. That what they say, your natural reaction. Let's look that up real quick. Natural reaction. Just give me a minute. Natural reaction. A natural reaction refers to a spontaneous or insensitive. What is this? Insensitive response someone has to a situation or experiencing, essentially meaning how you would typically physically typically feel or act in a given circumstance without needing to consciously or spiritually think about it. No. This is why sometimes reacting in haste cannot always be the best response, because your reaction in haste could have been energized from the flesh, okay? Carnal. So we don't always want to carnally react to everything, all right? Or that was my natural reaction. Well, that's because you're in the flesh. You got to be mindful. This flesh has got a mind of its own. So you have to differentiate when the flesh is reacting and then the spirit is moving. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolishness unto him. Yeah. You telling an Israelite, do this, do that, do this, do that. Hell no, fuck that. All right. Well, keeping it real goes wrong. It's about to happen. Neither now, and also we're not carpets. Okay. And their spiritual brothers already know what I mean, but I just want to say that, because you do have some scratching the surface Israelites that come across these videos, and they're so spiritually discerned that they will react with a carnal comment thinking that they're right. This is why for me, I'm not around a lot of Israelites. The most you'll see us is on YouTube, because a lot of Israelites are bugged the fuck out. Okay. I click on your page. I see you. The spirit allows me to read you. You're bugged the fuck out. All right. And this is why the Lord keeps us at bay, because not every Israelite needs to be around. All right. Because there's a lot. Remember, a little leaven the whole lump. Okay. We're being guided in particular direction in the spirit, and we don't need any disturbances. Okay. It says, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So if one is to be spiritually discerned, then that's not good for the bunch. Okay. Then he's not going to apply wisdom over carnal weapons of war. He's not going to think that it's an honor to stop arguing, because his flesh needs to make him think that I am the man and now is the time to prove it. We're not here for that fucking macho man spirit. All right. We're not here for the carnalites. We're not here to wage war. We're already at war. All you Jakes, you new Boy Scout up and comers. Okay. You're late to the fucking party. We've been in the battlefield. We've already been out here, starting with our elders, where you've had Edomites stop at camp, jumping out limos. How'd you find this? We've been at war. Nigga. You just started looking for red 40 on your ingredients. This thing's been happening, man. That's why Jake got to just humble down and fall in line. But what's going to happen is a lot of these offshoot t-shirt fringe Israelite camps are going to be used, numero uno, to have the ministry be blamed, because they just have the flesh and not the breath. Okay? Chief Ephraim, he could have applied wisdom to cease from strife from those young men in that time of Chicago. It just comes to mind, so I'm just using that as an example. And that would have been an honorable thing. He would have been commended. Hey, that was a good thing that he did that. One of them young brothers could have got hurt. Something could have happened. And that's another thing. Let me add this in too. That's another thing people don't realize. You could get someone hurt out here. You're going to get someone hurt out here. And that blood's going to be on your hands because you wanted to be carnal. So let me wrap this up. We got to go. Where was I at? I got a lot to say, but I'm going to wrap this up for now. So there was something I was reading. Let me just go here. Did we finish this? Yeah. Let's finish this. It says 1 Corinthians 2:15, but he that is spiritual judges all things. So you're seeing we're judging everything. Okay? Judging everything. Yet he himself is judged of no man, but they can't judge us. You can't judge us. For who has known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him, but we have the mind of a Mashiach. See? So what would Yahushua say? Don't Christians do that? What would Jesus do? What would he do? Romans 12:17, recompense to no man evil for evil. You evil to me, I'm putting a curse on you. I'm sending prayers up. Even if I physically can discern, I'll beat your ass. But that doesn't mean I'm going to, because we're not carnal. That was a test. Satan sends up a little midget ass Edomite to try you. Oh, you got to be spiritual, not carnal. Oh, I'm whoop his ass real quick. No, you got to be spiritual. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. Right. Provide things honest in the sight of all men, including heathens. You know, be honest out here. Don't be doing no nigga shit. Don't be doing nothing to get yourself blamed. That's one thing I always express. The way I carry myself in a manner that no heathen or person can come to me and try to lord over me of something I did. Because that's what they're waiting on, brothers. They want to see you act like a little black boy with sticky fingers. They want to see you act like a little angry black boy that lashed out and couldn't control himself. That's what they want to see. So you provide things honest in the sight of all men as a man. And then they look at you different. Oh, yeah, I'm a man. I'm not a boy. You don't got to say, what's up, dog? All right. We carry ourselves as men here. And that's a stumbling block to these people because we're dealing with children in adult bodies. If it be possible, see, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So as much as we can, we live peaceably with all men. And then you come to find out the best way to live peaceably with all men is not speaking to them. I'm going my way, you go your way. You don't got to walk around smiling everybody fucking face. You know, I used to make eye contact. I'm looking away. You know, brothers, when you go into a building, look at the building. Don't look at the people. Let them gravitate to you. Don't be going up to none of these people saying shit to them. All right, you're the prize. You're the God. All right. So now it's the time to be in God mode, apply wisdom and not the flesh, reframe yourself, know that you have a spiritual hierarchy over these people and this place, and give not your strength to them, okay? Time to have that wisdom, spiritual, like mind mentality moving forward because the days are evil and your enemy is going to insult your intelligence with the tactics that he's going to attempt to use to get you. And I say that to them, don't insult me. But that's what they're going to do because they're low level, they're base. So be aware, brothers. You're the prey, okay? You're the prey, so be aware. Apply the spiritual weapons of warfare, okay? 2 Corinthians 10:4, GMS 4 wins. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So we got weapons too, but they're not carnal. But mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. So we what Jake said, we strapped up. We strapped up. You know, hey, so there's more with us than with them. It's time to think spiritual and not carnal. This flesh is an enemy. Let these people die in the flesh so we can live in the spirit. All right, let me end it there. Adoratazah, this lesson was edifying. It was just on my spirit to do to exhort. It says exhort with all long suffering. So Adoratazah, this lesson was edifying to you, a body of believers, you brothers and you few sincere sisters. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.